Hi, this is Faith Bernard, and I'm doing this video from my home in beautiful Sedona, Arizona, and I'm also known as the Holistic Entrepreneur. And I wanted to talk today about something that I've been going through. I'll be honest, these last few years have been extremely challenging. There's been a lot of highs, there's been some great stuff. I've learned a lot, and I made built some amazing relationships. However, there was some unfinished business, if you will, some belief systems that were challenging me, and it was showing up because it wanted to be cleared. So I'm always committing to personal development, but as anything in life, I tend to do it in cycles. And recently, I've taken on several personal development programs using frequencies, binaural beats, self-affirming information, and also did a session recently with a woman named Maya Levis, who is an energy worker, and she works with clearing, opening up, and clearing hereditary blocks, also clearing blocks that are there at a cellular level as well, and a whole range of things, which I won't get into in this particular video. But it was interesting because as I mentioned on one of my other videos, I am listening every morning, every night, Jarrett Hewitt's, let's see, Infinite Abundance, or is it Infinite Prosperity? I think it's Infinite Abundance, but it is truly an extraordinary program, and it works with frequencies in the music as well as his affirming information that he's doing on each of the MP3s, and it really builds up to a crescendo where the last MP3 involves all the frequencies that he's using to help you clear, and in this case, help me clear that which has been holding me back. So I noticed, and since I've been doing this for over a month, and by the way, I was just on the video interview with, who was it now? Now my name's escaping me, but it was John Ashraf, and with Ryan Yoakum. And it was phenomenal. I just have to say phenomenal. And one of the things he said is that the research now shows that with the human mind that you need to imprint new information 200 plus days, not just the 21 days that we've been taught, for the last number of years, is enough to affirm a new habit, a new way of being. And I really can relate to that because I've done a lot of programs over 30 days or even 90 days, but that 200 days was really phenomenal. It also reminds me of Malcolm Gladwell's book, The Tipping Point, where he talks about when you become a true master of a skill set or a passion, art, whatever it might be, that you're looking at putting in your 10,000 hours. So that 200 days to instill a new belief system, in a sense rewire the neuron pathways in the way that they've been moving, really struck home with me, and it made a lot of sense. So going back to my healing session with Maya Levis, she said, your brain is being rewired. What are you noticing? And the thing I didn't think to bring up at the time when I was with her on the phone was I'm noticing something, and I'm actually going to do a screen share here because it'll be easier to show you this than to try to explain it. And of course, I would have a lot of things open on my computer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off of this and actually just take a moment and shut some of these other things, down, so they do not get in the way. So give me just a second here. Something I didn't think to do before. So just shut some of these other windows so I can actually do a screen share and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I think I've got myself to the point where this is going to work now, so let's try it. Let me get back on Hangout. Let's do a screen share again and see how this works. Oh, you know what? I know what I need to do. I'll just go right over here. This is perfect now. Yay! Okay, so now I'll get back to my window, and I'm going to cancel that and do this again. And I think this is going to work now, so all I have to do is find it. Let's see if this is it. I'm not quite sure if that's it or not. It's hard to see here. We'll see. Yes, it is. Yay! Okay, so What I've discovered as I've been doing this work that I've been doing, which again is a lot of things, but one of the things I've been doing consistently is taking 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes at night with Jared Hewitt's wonderful Infinite Abundance series. And what I've noticed is something that psychologists call cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance. It is quite something. It's not always comfortable. In fact, it usually is not. So I don't want to scare you away from personal development, because it really is the only way to live the life of your dreams and to step into your bigger self and design the life that you want to lead and have network marketing success and success in life in general. And so you really have to get through and allow this thing called cognitive dissonance. I went onto Wikipedia to get a definition of this, and I thought I'd just read it to you really briefly here. In psychology, cognitive dissonance is the mental stress or discomfort experienced by an individual who holds two or more contradictory beliefs, ideas, or values at the same time, or is confronted by new information that conflicts with existing beliefs, ideas, or values. Now, the tendency with us humans is that the existence of dissonance, being psychologically uncomfortable, will motivate a person to try to reduce the dissonance and achieve what they call consonance, which is, lack of dissonance or discomfort. And when dissonance is present, people look for ways to avoid that. And I've seen that a lot working with people inside the network marketing space. People will start to do personal development work, and then they will find all kinds of reasons to stop doing it or to sabotage themselves. And I can get off the screen share now since I've read the definition, so let me get off of that. And what I want to say about that is that, yeah, none of us want to be uncomfortable. That's natural. It's uncomfortable. And right now what's been coming up for me is completely contradictory feelings. I go from feelings of state of peace and calm and knowingness to completely being freaked out. And I know that seems a little extreme, but because there has, if you're an entrepreneur, you take a certain level of risk, especially if you're doing it full time. And I've found myself at times second guessing myself, questioning whether I can do it. And I know I can do it, but there's this part of me, a belief system that is in my subconscious that maybe doesn't believe that I can do it, or it doesn't feel like I deserve it. And so these are universal things that we all go through, that deserving, can we do it? Other people can do it, but can I do it? Do I deserve everything I want? Can it be with ease and grace? Does it have to be hard? I've got the program historically that is, we've made very good income, done extremely well, but I always had this belief system underlying that, which is I have to work really, really hard for any level of success in my life. And I know that this is a very common theme among many, many people all over the world, all kinds of situations. And so what I've noticed is that I go from these extreme states to feeling just really in the zone and intuitive and trusting myself, to just the opposite, or some level of not the most positive state of mind. And so, the tendency for people is to just stop doing the personal development work, whether it's reading books that stimulate, that have you focus on the positive. You get great insights, inspiration, tips, processes. It could be a retreat that you go to. It could be, of course, if you're going to a retreat, hopefully you're there and you're present. But sometimes people will find, like even purchasing a program where you're listening to audios or videos and audios, some people will just stop doing it. And the key is to be consistent and persistent even through the discomfort that will likely happen. It's not guaranteed that it will happen, because maybe it won't. But chances are you've got conflicting belief systems that you may not even be fully aware of. It's probably going to come up while you're going through this commitment to step into your bigger, magnificent self. Because the truth is, we're all unlimited beings with absolute magnificence. But things will show up in our lives, you know, a bill that you forgot to pay, tax, things that you have to take care of, different stresses that will happen, disappointments will happen, and you'll question yourself, and you'll wonder, wow, you know, I thought I was on the right track, but all this stuff is coming up. It's coming up because it's part of your old thinking. So the key is to not resist those feelings, but to feel them fully, allow them, just acknowledge them, even say, I love you, I acknowledge you, I feel you, and then just let it pass through. Now, I've mentioned this in another video, but this whole thing of cognitive dissonance really struck me the other day because of this extreme that I was having in my own emotions, from very, you know, tuned in, intuitive, to like sometimes having little mental breakdowns. And I'm so glad I can share this with all of you, because I know that I'm not the only one, and I'm sharing it only because you don't want to do what the tendency that we as humans want to do, which is stop the dissonance. I don't want to feel that anymore. You've just got to move your way through it. The only way to get through anything is just to go right through it. It's better to take the Band-Aid off fast than slow. So continue doing the work. Don't stop doing the audios or whatever it is that you're attracted to participate with as tools and processes. But remember that the action piece, which is committing to daily, whether it's meditation, spending time in nature, maybe a combination of both, committing to doing reading something positive every day, committing to listen to some kind of audio every day that will help you clear, open up these different programs. I was so impressed with Maya Levis as a healer and energy worker, and the fact that she picked up on a couple of things on me right away. And she didn't know me from Adam. I discovered her online and was super impressed with her work. And when she said, your brain is being rewired, I went, hooray! That was confirmation from God, the universe, that I'm on the right track, right? And sometimes the results in your life are not immediate. You have to have that faith, no pun intended. So that's all I wanted to share today, is that whole concept of cognitive dissonance, and not to give into it and retreat to your comfort zone, because I know how easy that is to do. And think about what John Ashroff said with Ryan in one of the interviews with the Home Business Summit, is that it takes 200 plus days to really make a permanent shift. So keep with it. That's the key. Keep with it. I mean, what do you have to lose except stepping into your bigger self that's already waiting for you? It says, hey, step into me. I'm waiting here. I'm here for you. Thanks so much. And definitely check out below this video in the blog, so to speak, and be sure to leave your comments, because those are so appreciated. If you haven't signed up for my self-love series, I would love for you to go ahead and benefit from that by just clicking on the opt-in box on the right. I've had great feedback, and I think you'll really enjoy the information. Thanks, everyone, and we'll catch you on the next video.